Okay, that gets into those. Let's see, do we want to go... Yeah, I think Q1's right up there with Troll. Do we have anything to say on that?
I don't think so. I think that's it's certainly not much as simple as we had before with the Hitler icon.
I don't think they were intending to be a troll. Their thing that they're getting into here is they're saying basically, Linux needs to be paid, and yes, the work needs to be paid for. However,
you can't be a troll if you don't try to be a troll. I think that he's just a little bit uninformed.
Well, no, it's like what I actually said. What I actually posted as a response to that in the comment where it was left is there's a great video on YouTube. I'll post it in the description here. It's basically explaining this crazy idea of the economics of open source, which is the idea that and basically that's what there's an economic theory, which is basically what open source is based on, which says if something requires problem-solving capabilities, if something requires no thought whatsoever, in other words, it's just a physical task, higher incentive leads to better performance. But the exact opposite is true if it requires even rudimentary problem-solving skills. And this is something that's been verified by Harvard, by the U.S. Treasury, the last 15 years of studies have really shown that there's this tiny little hole in the traditional business model, which is exactly what the open source model is for development. It's saying for this particular type of problem, this model works best. And I think the last 15 years of open source development, the rate at which it's progressed, as well as all the economic studies, really do back that up. That's a sign. But it's a very counterintuitive development model.
I think that this person is a bit confused with people paying for software and software being funded. Firefox is an absolutely great browser that's completely open source and nobody pays for it, but they make a good amount of money from it. Even though it all goes back into the program, but Firefox makes a lot of money from their partnerships, and you don't have to pay for software for it to make money.
That's the thing. The end user doesn't have to pay, but open source makes a shitload of money. I'd say it's one of the fastest growing billion-dollar industries out there. Yeah. I guess now we can get into the other topic, which was the base. I guess so. In case we run a little short on time, we should go into this KDE issue. Jordan, do you know? Were you aware of this issue? James and me were talking about it a little bit while we were waiting for you to boot back up.
No, I'm not a KDE user for the most part, but I'm looking at the bug right now. By the way, I added some content to that Google Doc. I got an email back from the Hitler troll, basically saying that he couldn't get in touch with you, so he sent it to me, and I've passed it along now. I haven't had time to read through it because it's a decently long message.
Okay. I'll have to go read that. Yeah, it's like to that guy. We'll always respond to troll things like this, but if there's relevant things going on in thing, they get priority over responding to somebody who's just got an arm length of complaints. I'd rather answer genuine questions and other stuff, but I will address them because we always need a filler show every now and then.
I would like to make it clear that I don't think question one is a troll at all. I think it's a legitimate question.
I was being harsh there. I was being yeah, you're right. They weren't being a troll. Being a troll is you're just being a prick. Question one was, they're like, well, I've been taught Model X for stuff, and open source doesn't fit into Model X, therefore it's wrong. That's more ignorance than trolling. It's
right, which is what I'm saying. That it's more uninformed. He's not doing this just to try to get our goat. I think that he is asking this question as that's what I just don't think it's a troll. I think it's more like it's a little bit just uninformed. Nice way to say it.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's a different mindset. It really is, and it's completely counterintuitive to what we're taught of our base instincts, which is even weirder. It's like game theory when it first came out. To be honest, it's one of the everybody accepts that now, but when that concept was first explored, everybody's like, this contradicts everything we know about economic theory. What do you mean? What do you mean you win by everybody choosing what's in everyone's mutual best interest?